What if I told you that all of my clothes are in this half of an armoire and a few drawers in my bedroom? Hey, this is Kathleen from WaldorfFarmhouse.com. Today I am swapping out the seasons and I'm going to show you how I do that as quickly with as little effort as possible, so that I've got tons of space to store the season's clothes. When I started getting into this 10-item capsule wardrobe, one of the newest parts for me that I really balked at was storing away your out-of-season clothes or even the in-season clothes that aren't part of your capsule wardrobe, because I didn't really have a way to do that. I had sort of started doing that with maternity clothes. This is what I used to keep all of my clothes in that didn't fit me or no longer worked, this gigantic laundry bag. And I just had this in the attic and it was really sad, actually. I would go up there and hunt for things from time to time, and everything else was cram jammed in my drawers and cram jammed in my closet. Well, I decided to take the plunge this fall and change all that. Here's my clear plastic bin. I bought these just at Walmart. Some summer things in here that are probably going to come out later, and I have some jeans that don't fit me, confession. I just can't bear to give them away because I love the wash on them so much. So I'm keeping them for now. They're 7 for All Mankind. I have a few pairs. I just love the look of 7 for All Mankind jeans, and I bought these when I was planning to lose baby weight, and I thought, oh, I'll be back in these soon. Well, the baby is 6 now, and that never happened. I still can't bear to give them away though. Maybe someday I will sell them on Poshmark, but maybe someday I'll fit back into them too. They say you shouldn't hang on to things that don't fit anymore, and I haven't for the most part, but I just can't bear to part with these. I'm gonna put away my 10-item capsule wardrobe for fall winter, and as I do that, I've decided I'm not ready to give away or sell any of my pieces from fall winter. I think I'll probably end up doing that eventually, some of them, because one result of doing this 10-item wardrobe is I'm learning a lot about my personal style and what works for me and what doesn't, because when you've got just 10 items to work with, you really start focusing on what you like and what you notice more, what fits you well and what flatters you. When I started doing this, I definitely had a mindset of I should fit the clothes. So I would buy things, like I've mentioned in other videos, that didn't fit properly, and just not at a conscious level, but like subconsciously blame myself for why they didn't look quite right. So they're too tight in the chest. Well, that was my fault. But the more I do this, the more I've flipped my mindset, and now I think, no, the clothes should flatter me and they should work for me, and I should figure out what's flattering for me and wear only that, even if I'm not the size I was when I was 20. That said, I'm just gonna fold everything up and put it away, except for my sweaters, which I'll talk about in a minute. But this is a knit. I got this at Goodwill in the fall, and I like the color a lot. I'm not crazy about the way the sleeves are, but I do like the knit, and it's washable, and my husband liked it, so I don't know. I might use it again. I used it quite a lot this fall, but for now it's gonna go in my bin. So this is a blouse. This is actually a maternity blouse, but I've always liked it, and I wore it this fall. Well, actually I put it in my winter items, and I still really like it, even though it's black, and it kind of fit with the baggy trend that started to come out in the January. Everything was baggy all of a sudden, so I enjoyed wearing it with my baggy jeans, and I might keep it and use it again. I don't know yet. So it's gonna go in as well. My blue BCBG. I love the neck on this thing. I'm just gonna fold it up and put it in there. Now this little velvet Old Navy t-shirt, I love the velvet. It's a little tight, so I'm gonna keep it for now, but I think this might be going in the sell or donate pile come fall. Mostly because I found this at the Goodwill in the winter, and it is another velvet t-shirt, this time from Banana Republic, and it fits me much better. And it glosses over my lumps and bumps instead of hugging them. And it's black. I wish it was blue, but other than that, it's really just perfect. And I really love this one. And that's something else that I'm working towards slowly, but I think is really, really valuable, is only wearing things that give you that wow, instead of just being like, yeah, it's okay, it works. Like for example, I wore this to a baby shower with my family, and my aunt, who I haven't seen in a long time, said, "Oh, Kathleen, you've lost so much weight. You look great." I haven't lost any weight. It was just the shirt paired with the pencil skirt. This I also got at the Goodwill this year. It's a loft knit sweater, and it's got these, I think they're called dolman sleeves or batwing. I'm not sure which they are technically, because it ends in this cuff, which I don't think a dolman sleeve it does, but I really, really wore this a lot this season, this fall and winter, and honestly, it's showing a bit of wear and tear just from being washed so much. I really love the cut of it and the fact that it's a heavier knit, keeps you warm. But when I pull it out again next fall, I don't know, I might start feeling like it's a little worn out looking. This peach blouse I got at Banana Republic years ago for like $5 on some kind of super sale, or I had their bonus points or something. I really like it. However, I want to move more in the direction of silk, and this is a polyester, so I'm going to keep it for sure, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to buy silk blouses this fall. It just depends. But that's one thing I have never found, at least at the thrift stores around me, are silk blouses in good condition. So it's something I'm thinking of buying new. But the color I like on this, I'm not, it's a little too blousy and baggy, I think, which is something that I used to overlook. I don't think it's necessarily the most flattering silhouette for my body type, which is something that I've been learning. Another piece that it doesn't really make me go, wow, it's more of a like, that's fine, but for now, I'll save it. It's going in there. This is the Talbot skirt that I picked up this fall. And I can see, actually, I need to clean it before I put it away. So I will spot clean that. This is dry clean only, and I have not tried to hand wash it, but I am going to try to hand wash it. I don't think I'm gonna keep this skirt next year. I'll save it for now, but it is a really nice skirt, but I just don't think it was as flattering, and I never felt as good wearing it as I did when I wore this black Bowden skirt, which is it's an A-line skirt. But for some reason, I just felt really, really good about it, and I felt like it was much more flattering to me. So I'm gonna pack this away, and I know this is gonna come back out again in the fall. I absolutely love this skirt, and the same goes for this pencil skirt from Ann Taylor, which I picked up at Goodwill. This was my absolute favorite item this fall, winter. I felt like it was super flattering. That's when I realized I love pencil skirts. I do have a drawer where I keep sweaters. I don't pack them away in the attic because it's like a sweater chest. But before I stop using them for the season, I'm still actually very much using these right now because it's a cool spring, and I'm sure into April it's gonna be cool. And then one day it's just gonna be, bam, really hot sometime in mid-May. That's what seems to happen around here. I will hand wash these before I put them up for the season. If you've never hand washed a sweater, it's actually totally possible. You just put it in a bucket in your laundry room sink, or in your laundry room sink with just a little bit of detergent, a drop or two, and cold water, and push it around in there. And then what I always do with these is I will put them in the washing machine just on the rinse and spin cycle to spin all of that water out. You can just rinse it yourself. Have a sopping wet sweater that takes ages to dry, and I have found the rinse and spin doesn't do anything as far as shrinking them. Just make sure that your rinse water is cold, and then you can hang it up to dry or block it on a dry rack. So that's what I do with my sweaters, and it saves a ton of money on the dry cleaning. This dresser is the other place that I keep my clothes. I have socks and scarves in this drawer, which I will just be keeping there, even though it is I'm not going to be using them as much in the summer. I have a drawer full of extras, which are like t-shirts, camisoles as well. Then I have my drawer of workout clothes. And down here, I keep my jeans and tights. And all of that is going to be staying through the spring. I was really unsure about packing things away or even getting rid of things when I first started this 10-item wardrobe project. It really does help you get clarity about what looks good on you and what it is you actually like to wear and what makes you feel good. So link to my other videos about planning my 10-item wardrobes. And I just encourage you to give it a try and see what it can do for your confidence and your happiness on a daily basis. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing to my channel for more fun talks like this about 10-item wardrobes and sustainable fashion, as well as DIY and an old antique house. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.